vegetables, even by doing city farming, urban farming, you're not only growing food, you're basically doing many things at one time. You're recycling huge amounts of waste, you're doing solid waste management, you are actually growing plants which will increase the oxygen, you're cleaning the air, you're reducing carbon dioxide, you're increasing the cooling in that area where you're working. There are so many aspects to this. You're growing good, healthy, organic food. You can see the systems that we have developed. You can do this with using minimum amount of water. So you have a lot of conservation of water. There are a lot of other things you can add to this. Your kitchen waste water can be recycled and made use of in watering your plants. If you go up to it, there are a lot of things which will come out and branch out in enabling you to do a lot of common sense based activity rather than go to a manual and actually read and try to replicate it. Then that becomes difficult.
Now another thing you will notice is like there are multiple things growing in one patch. Now a bed of a typical bed should have, for example, a leguminous plant. Now legumes, what they do is they fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So that is an important component. The second is you can grow like strong smelling herbs.
Are the weaklings. In fact, they are fictions. They don't exist in nature. The bhindi that you eat, big bhindi, green bhindi, it doesn't exist in nature. It cannot survive in nature. The bhindi that survives in nature is a very tiny bhindi. Okay? It's very tiny. If you see even your moong, the moong that you eat, the moong that is there, wild moong, is a big difference. So all these things have been taken by human beings from nature and cultivated in gardens and orchards and using the size increase by better nutrition, cross-pollination and various other methods. We have created these fictions. A lot of them have got weeds. So when the weeds come, we collect them, we make use of them in making this, we put them in our beds. That's how it is. The idea is to make use of this year after year without having to remove it and repot it. That is not necessary in the system. That is because you are going to keep on adding nutrients every time. You should also 1 year grow a legume in this. For example, you can grow in the sides, you can grow chana, green peas. These all will come from the sides. Even if you don't get a harvest, you will get something. But even if you don't get, your nitrogen is being fixed, your soil's fertility is increasing. So these are the small things you need to keep in mind for a long term.
So happy that I'm here today and I have learned something which probably for the last 40 years we've not learned it, and I think we can do a lot of things to do something with the nature, with the waste, and something which we feel that it's going to be healthier tomorrow. So greenery and everything what you have is you're not spending anything. Everything whatever nature has given it to you, like dry leaves, coconut shells, weeds. I believe that is amazing.
So I had a really good time here today, met a lot of nice people, and I had absolutely no idea how to do my own compost. I had no idea how to make a living soil pot, always use the red soil, which has not worked out well for me. Had a lot of troubles growing any seeds, and I think after today my terrace is going to look completely different. Most interesting thing for me was the difference between the soil that we get from some flower guy by the road, the red soil which is actually red, compared to the soil that we can make ourselves using our compost, using dry leaves. I had no clue about it.
So it was a good experience to be with nature, learn something new that we just read about.
Right.
So it was good to like experience it and do it practically.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.